Ladies and gentlemen, the factory for Boston.
What is going on, you guys? Here's your boy Jets Almeida here on YouTube and on Beantown Takes, and today we're doing a reaction video. Yeah, I know, another reaction video on the Blow Sox, 100%. We are reacting to the Red Seat Radio. Shout out to Red Seat Radio. We are going to react to his predictions on the 2023 Red Sox season. As you guys know, this is still a Boston sports channel, so I still have to cover the Red Sox. I know, I really don't want to. I really want to cover the San Diego Padres, but in terms of like my website and all of that and what this channel has become, I have to cover the Red Sox at the end of the day. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm excited for the San Diego Padres season. I just heard yesterday that Manny Machado is opting out. That sucks. I hope we can retain him. I mean, that front office staff over there, they don't give a crap about how much they have to spend on luxury tax or whatever. They just want to win at every single cost, every single season. And I love that. I absolutely love that as a Boston sports fan. That's what the Red Sox should be doing. Red Sox way of winning is going out in free agency and getting your players, getting great players to come to this organization and to win a World Series. You had many players like that in the past. I'm not going to name names because I've done it so many times, and they've just went away from that type of strategy, and I'm done with them. I'm done with them with the bull crap and the lying and all that. They need to sign good players, trying to be like the Tampa Bay Rays and the Oakland A's, because that's not winning baseball. You're never going to win a championship that way. You might come close, but you're never going to win a championship like that. So we're going to react to the Red Seat Radio. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. Links in the description down below. I have my website right here. Make sure you go check it out. Go check out our stuff here. This was from Bill Russell's 89th birthday game at TD Garden against the Grizzlies. Got a couple articles here. There's another article here on Bogarts. I am working on a JD Martinez one coming up soon. This is where you'll catch all the articles and all that. If you guys want to check your favorite team or whatnot, you just click on team coverage. You click on the team that you want to cover. Like if for some reason you're still following the Red Sox, you go on here, and then you can read all my articles from the Red Sox. Same with the Patriots, the Bruins, and the Celtics, so on and so forth. And then if you want to check out our podcast and all that, this is where we have our podcasts lined up and all that. But you guys see this on your YouTube already, so you guys don't really need to hear my spiel on that. So without further ado, let's hop straight in this video.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and can you believe that I'm about to say what I'm about to say? Red Sox spring training starts tomorrow, right? The Red Sox have their first baseball game of the 2023 season. Granted, it's postseason, but still, this week. And after a super long and cold off-season, that feels absolutely incredible to say. However, our preseason work is not done on this channel yet. In fact, we have a lot of work to do because so far this offseason, we've done a couple of prediction videos. We predicted what the lineup's going to look like, what the rotation's going to look like. And while they didn't end up being super accurate, we did do that. We also predicted who the Red Sox may sign in free agency and who the Red Sox may trade for in free agency. But today's video may be the most important prediction
you might want to get your facts checked
there
a little bit.
And the reason for that is because we are going to try and predict the entire Red Sox season. What do I mean by that? Well, in today's video, we are going to try and predict who the best player on the Red Sox is going to be in 2023, who's the most
is that even a question?
Player, who's the player that has the most decline, who are their all-stars, what are they focusing on at the trade deadline, what their best month of the year is going to look like. We're going to talk about if the Red Sox are going to be in contention for any awards, right? Silver Slugger, Gold Glove, MVP, that type of stuff.
MVP.
And obviously the
Whoa, MVP? What are you talking about? Do you think any of our... this is no disrespect to Devers. I think he could be in the running for it. But if you're about to sit here and say that Devers is going to win MVP next year... Oh, man, this is going to be a long video.
most important one of all.
He's
We're going
great,
to
but is
try
he better
and
than
predict
Otani,
the Red Sox record, their
Trout,
place in the AL East,
Judge?
and whether or not they make the
I'll even go as far as
playoffs.
saying
a pretty
Vladdy.
important video today. We are going to hop right into it, but before we do that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Hopping straight into it here with who I think is going to be the best player on the Red Sox in 2023 overall. This answer is so obvious, it almost feels like a cop-out, like I'm kind of cheating, but it is very clearly the guy that they paid $300 million this offseason. It's going to be Rafael Devers. Rafael Devers is going to be the best player on the Red Sox in 2023 and probably for the next 5 to 10 years. Now, Rafael Devers, in my opinion, going into 2023 is going to be much better in 2022. He's going to be fully healthy.
So this guy, right, he obviously covers the Red Sox. He's not going to sit here and say that, oh, the front office staff is BSing this, blah, blah, blah. He's not going to be fucking trash about the team as much, right? He's not going to say what is really on his mind. You know what I mean? However, I've been a fan for all my life of the Red Sox, and I am here to be completely honest, 100% about the team that I was rooting for. And the truth and the honest is right now is that this Red Sox team does not want to win. They don't want to win. For some weird reason, I don't know why. I didn't know this. But the Red Sox are one of the oldest teams in the major leagues right now. They are like I want to say they're top 5 oldest teams constructed in baseball. That's not a recipe for winning. No, you need people in their primes, right? Yeah, I mean, you have it in Devers, but like outside of Devers, who's really in their prime right now for the Red Sox? I don't know.
He's not worried about any sort of off-field stuff, contracts with his best friend, stuff like that. So he is going in with a clear mind and a full,
I'll check it while
body,
he's
and I
saying
think that
this,
is going to be a
this
recipe for immediate success in this league. He's going to absolutely destroy baseball this season. This one is an absolute no-brainer. And just because I wanted to have a little bit of fun, I also broke this down into position player and pitcher as well. We know that the best position player overall in 2023 is going to be Rafael Devers. Now,
Grammarly is a digital writing assistant that helps you with everything from vocabulary and clarity, and honestly just makes my language sound more professional.
I don't care.
Now, in terms of pitching, I think the best overall pitcher on the Red Sox in 2023, and this may shock some people, is going to be Tanner Houck. Now, the reason for this
I actually don't disagree with that.
Tanner Houck is going to be vital to this team's success. I think he starts the year as a piggyback in the bullpen to either Chris Sale or James Paxton, and I think he really becomes that sort of lights-out, long relief pitcher for one of these guys, maybe even both, and switching off throughout the season.
See, I think Houck should be a starter, but that's just me.
It's not because I think he's going to have the best overall performance in terms of pitching, but he's going to have the most important. Saving Chris Sale's arm and making sure that Chris Sale can pitch an entire season along with, or also James Paxton, is going to be vital to this team's success, and I don't think that gets done without having Tanner Houck in that type of role. So in my opinion, that's the reason why I'm putting Tanner Houck as the best overall pitcher for the Red Sox. Now let's move on to most improved / most declined. In terms of most improved, I went with Garrett Whitlock. Now, Garrett Whitlock didn't really have a bad season last year, especially out of the bullpen.
I think they're top 5 oldest teams in baseball.
Riddled with injuries, and when he was in the rotation for the Red Sox last year, he created a lot of question marks over whether or not he can actually be a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. This year, I think he should be in the back of the end of the rotation. I think he ends up at the end.
You know what I mean? Like he should. For me, at least, Whitlock should be either the setup man or he should be the closer. That's how dominant he can be out of the pen, and we've seen that. Why would they switch that up and make him another Daniel Bard 2.0? I have no idea why they would do that.
becoming a guy who could be a second in the rotation type player and really performs up to.
Did he really just say that Garrett Whitlock could be a number 2 talent starter in the league? I want to hear that.
And when he was in the rotation for the Red Sox last year, he created a lot of question marks over whether or not he can actually be a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. This year, I think he completely silences that crowd, and I think he ends up at the end of the year becoming a guy who could be a second in the rotation type player and really performs up to what we know Garrett Whitlock can perform to. As for decline, I think it's going to be Reese McGuire. Now, this isn't because I think Reese McGuire is going to have a bad season at all, but
okay, so wait. You really think after this season that Garrett Whitlock's gonna solidify himself as a number 2 starter in the league? Like he's a number 2 type guy? That's bold. I'm not gonna lie, that's bold.
But in terms of actual
and then in terms of Reese McGuire, you said that he's gonna have the biggest fall off, not because he's gonna have a bad season. So you think that all around this team's gonna do good? Really? If you were to ask me, the biggest fall off is probably going to be one of the older guys. Whether that's Jansen or Turner. You know what I mean? That'd be my answer. But Chris Martin, even, he got hurt last year. I could see him falling off a little bit. Reese McGuire, I think that's a bad answer, actually. I think he could be just as good as he was last year.
And I really don't think Reese McGuire is going to do that throughout a full season. I think we're going to see him come back down to earth a little bit, probably hitting around 250, 240 in that range throughout an entire season. So again, do I think Reese McGuire is going to have a bad year? No. But compared to what he did last year in 2022 for the Red Sox specifically, next to impossible that Reese McGuire repeats what he did at the plate. And for that reason and that reason alone, we are going to put Reese McGuire as the biggest decline in 2023. Now let's talk about trying to predict some of the All-Stars for this Red Sox team. I think at the end of the day, there are going to be 3 All-Stars from the Boston Red Sox with only
what? So let me guess 2 off the bat right now. I think Devers is obvious. He should definitely be an All-Star, 100%. I'm guessing the other one, he's saying Chris Sale? I'm sorry, but he hasn't pitched All-Star type level in the last few years. I know he's been hurt and all that, but like if we look at how he pitched, even in 2021, that's not an All-Star type starting pitcher. The small sample he gave us in 2021, I'm saying, that's not All-Star type pitching. I'm sorry. And I'm a big Chris Sale guy. But... and I'm assuming the third one he's talking about is Verdugo, maybe? Let's see.
Starting. I think the starter.
I think you get
AL
one All-Star,
team
and that's
is going
Devers.
to be Rafael Devers, right? I don't even really think I need to justify that. I think it's pretty obvious that he's going to be, at the very least, in the running to start this 2023 All-Star game. Aside from Rafael Devers, though, I think Chris Sale gets a nod at the All-Star game this year, and I think Tristan Casas makes it.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
All-Star as a rookie. That is crazy. That's crazy talk. So you're talking like Bloom here then. Guys, let's not give these poor young kids high expectations right off the gate, please. Because that's going to only stress them out and that's going to ruin them. Let's not sit here and say that he's going to be an all-star right off the gate. So I'm assuming he's got Vladdy starting first base. So he's your backup first baseman in the All-Star game? Really? Really? Over Jose Abreu from Houston? Nathan Lau from Texas? I think he plays first base. Really? That's crazy.
On as a reserve. In terms of Tristan Casas, I just think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has so much star power in Major League Baseball that he's going
MLB
to make
first
the
baseman.
All-Star team as a starter regardless of how much better or worse he is than Tristan Casas.
I found this on the web.
All right, kid.
MLB first baseman.
You ready for an adventure?
American League first baseman.
The Mandalorian, Season 3, March 1st.
And for Chris Sale, I think that
Yeah, they got Nathan Lau at first base. So you think Tristan Casas is going to make an All-Star game over Jose Abreu, Nathan Lau, Anthony Rizzo, Brandon Drury? I'll even go, yeah. That is crazy.
that a lot of people are going to look at
That's
him
crazy.
as sort of a most improved type player, a comeback type player, and that's how he's
Yeah,
going
if
to
he
make
can
the
stay on the
All-Star
field.
team. In fact, I almost put Chris Sale as our most improved player in 2023. The only reason I didn't
I
is
would
because
hope he
Chris Sale
most.
really doesn't
I
have
would hope he
anything to
improves
go
from
off
last
of
year
last
after
year to
one in the
improve-
third
improve
start.
upon, right? He didn't have any statistics last year aside from 1 in a third start. So that's the reason I did not put him in most improved. But I do think in terms of selecting pitchers for the All-Star game, a lot of people are going to look at Chris Sale and say,
I got a
"Look at
debate for
him
you guys.
and
Do you
his
think Chris
comeback
Sale's gonna
story.
have a
We're
healthy
put
season
him
next
in the
year? Yes or
All-Star
no?"
game." So at the end of the day, I think we end up with 3 players in the 2023 All-Star game. Let's move
I
on
could
to
understand
what I think
you
the Red Sox's best month
saying
of the
Verdugo.
2023 season is going to be. And this one is one that you don't really have to
But-
predict. You can kind of make an educated guess on based on just their
3 is
schedule
crazy.
alone. For me, it looks like
2
the last
I
day
could
of March and the
understand,
month of
maybe.
April seems to be the easiest path to the best month of the season. You're playing Baltimore twice. You play Pittsburgh, Detroit.
Hold
For
on.
me, it looks like the last day of March and the month of April.
Let's see. Oh, you're going under 500 this month. I'd say you're better than the White Sox. I don't know. You might go 500 this month. I think you go maybe 2 games over 500 this month. It's hard for me to say. I think you go under 500 this month here. You sweep Kansas City. I think you take 2 or 3 from Detroit. I think you sweep Washington. But I think you lose every single other series after that. I mean, yeah, I guess your best month could be March,
seems to
April.
be the
Yeah,
easiest path
I
to
guess.
the best month of the season. You're playing Baltimore twice. You play Pittsburgh, Detroit, Minnesota,
Sweet
Milwaukee,
Pittsburgh.
Tampa, and you finish with Cleveland, right? That
Detroit,
seems
you
like
take,
a recipe for me to get off to a hot
I
start.
could see you
and
losing 2 or 3
record-wise,
from Detroit.
I think this is
I
going
could
to
see
be
you
the
doing that.
easiest path to a positive record that the Red Sox have for the entirety of the 2023 schedule. So in my opinion, they are getting off to a hot start, and record-wise, their best month is going to come in that first month of the season.
I can understand
As for
that.
the trade deadline, I think the Red Sox are going to focus on a couple of
Starting
areas at
pitching.
the deadline, but we're going to try and predict the biggest area of need at the deadline for the Red Sox. Because I think, personally, optimistically, the Red Sox are going to be, at the very least, the Red Sox are going to be in contention for the dance at the trade deadline. And to me, the Red Sox are really going to focus on bringing in a full everyday catcher. And the reason for this is, one, the Red Sox
no.
right now publicly have said that they aren't super happy with their situation at catcher going into the regular season. Getting a guy who can be an everyday catcher for you defensively and offensively, in my opinion, could really bring this team up a notch, and I really think that's going to be something they try and target at the trade deadline, especially if they're at where I think they could be at the trade deadline. A catcher could really bring them to the next level. So in terms of trade deadline, I do think there could be a couple of areas that they focus on.
You're not okay with that?
In my opinion,
I would be okay with the catcher
spot. As for awards, predicting awards is pretty tricky, right? Because for the most part, some of the Gold Gloves don't really make sense. Sometimes Silver Sluggers don't really make sense. So it's hard to predict which way people are going to vote.
Alright, so he's talking about end of the season awards. I can't wait to hear his
MVP I do think the Red
talk.
Sox are in the mix for a couple. I think there are a couple of players on this team that could be in the mix for Rookie of the Year. I think Yoshida has a really good shot at it. I think Brian Bayo has a really good shot at it. I think Tristan Casas has a really good shot at it, right?
I mean, in terms of the American League,
those guys are going to be mentioned in the top 3 for Rookie of the Year voting, but ultimately, I think Tristan Casas comes away with it and wins a Rookie of the Year. I have a lot of faith in Tristan Casas from what I saw at the Major League level last year. I really think he fully blossoms this year in a full-time first base role. Outside of Rookie of the Year, Devers, in my opinion, is going to be in the conversation, maybe even top 3 in MVP voting. The only reason I'm not going to say out loud that I think Devers is going to win an MVP is simply because Shohei Otani exists, right? And he's in the AL. It's so hard to say that Devers is an MVP winner when Shohei Otani is still playing baseball. So
let me rewind that.
P is simply because Shohei Otani, outside of Rookie of the Year, Devers, in my opinion, is going to be in the conversation, maybe even top 3 in MVP voting. The only reason I'm not going to say out loud that I think Devers is going to win an MVP is simply because Shohei Otani exists, right?
So if Otani didn't exist, you're saying that he's winning MVP? Over Aaron Judge, over Vlad Guerrero, over Mike Trout. I don't like this guy, but even over Bregman, Jose Ramirez, I'll give you this much, right? I'll give you this much. You got some balls. I'll give you that much. You got some balls making that prediction. If you want to argue that he's in contention for it, yes. But to say that he is going to be number 2 on that running, that's bold. That is very bold.
He's in the AL. It's so hard to say that Devers is an MVP winner when Shohei Otani is still playing baseball. So on top of that, too, you have Mike Trout, who's healthy as well. So I'm not going to fully predict that Devers wins an MVP award, but I will say I think Devers will be in that race come the end of the year. But I do think Devers does come home with some hardware. I think he wins a Silver Slugger, and I think Yoshida wins a Silver Slugger as well. I don't know if Yoshida can do enough defensively and power-wise to win himself a Rookie of the Year award, at least this year, but I do think he's going to hit 280 to 310, somewhere in that range, and I think that's going to be enough to win him a Silver Slugger in left field. As for Gold Gloves, I think we have 2 candidates for Gold Glove. I think Tristan Casas is a fantastic defender, and looking around the AL, there aren't a ton of really great defensive first basemen, so I think he wins one, and I think Kike Hernandez wins one got something to say about that as well. And this may be way too optimistic, but
who do you say? Who else
really great defensive first baseman, so I think he wins one, and I think Kike Hernandez wins one at shortstop as well. And this may be way too optimistic, but I think Kike Hernandez is putting in a lot of work.
Carlos Correa will have something to say about that.
And I think he's going to play a majority of the games for the Red Sox at shortstop this season, and I think he really, truly focuses on his defense enough to come away with a Gold Glove award. But those are my predictions for the Red Sox awards coming out of 2023. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the biggest prediction of them all. What does the Red Sox record look like in 2023, and where do they place in the AL East?
All right, you want my prediction? Here we go. At best, okay? And this is saying if everything goes right, at best, $77 and $85. At best. My humble and honest prediction, going with my boy Chucky's prediction, 70 and 92.
Officially, my prediction for the Red Sox in terms of record is going to be somewhere between 85 and 87 wins. Now, that is a complete cop-out, right, to give a range of wins instead of giving one singular number. So, I'm an optimistic. I'm going to go on the high end.
You're
of that
very
and say
optimistic.
The Red Sox win 87 games in the...
I understand that the Red Sox front office has been trying to feed you this agenda that they want to win a championship right now, and your hopes are that high. I understand that, but their roster is not this good. I promise you, their roster is not this good.
The 2023 season. Now, the reason for this, I've already kind of spelled out for you guys. If you want to take a look at that video, it's how the Red Sox can shock the world in 2023.
Should we react to this, guys?
Behind it, but I will say quickly, I think this year we are going to see just how important a common goal is amongst a group of individuals. I think we're going to see a lot of career years from people because of that common goal. I think ultimately that common goal is going to propel them above what everyone else is kind of predicting for their 2023 season. On top of that, too, I think the most important factor going into this win total is going to be the bullpen. How much better it looks this year than it looked last year. On paper, we're statistically better than last year, and I think that bullpen's really going to take us up.
Oh, he's talking about the bullpen.
You gotta play games to
I will
figure that
agree
out.
with you
So
on
we're
that.
not going to know for a while. As for where they place in the AL East, I think the Red Sox end up in third. I think the Blue Jays...
He's got the Blue Jays at 92 and 70. Over the Yankees, who just added Carlos Rodon and added to their bullpen. Wow, wow, wow. Okay.
Win the division with 92 wins. They have an absolute juggernaut of an offense. They added to their pitching staff.
So wait a minute. Hold on. He got the Blue Jays at 92 and 70. What does he have the Yankees?
I think they are going to be really, really good this year. Really, really pains me to say. I think the Yankees end up in second place.
Stop it. Get some help.
I need water. Holy shit. Wait. He has the Yankees 2 games better than the Sox. Guys, let's be realistic about this. Come on. Alright? The Yankees are gonna have over 90 wins. Come on. Let's be realistic about this. Hold on. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but I have to show him this. Mike, I know we haven't talked in a while. I hope everything with your EMT is going well. I hope you're not mad at me or anything like that. But take a look at this. Reacting to a video right now of a Red Sox YouTuber making predictions for the Red Sox this season. He has the Red Sox at 87 and 75, right? That's not even the funniest part. The funniest part is he has your Yankees at 89 and 73. 2 wins better than the Red Sox. Only 2. Not 10, not 15 games, but only 2 games better than the Red Sox. Send. Oh my god, that is fucking rich. He has the Red Sox 2 games worse than the Yankees, who just added Carlos Rodon and added to their bullpen this offseason. god. I wish he had his face like over here, something like that, so I could see him say this with a straight face. Oh man, that is absolutely funny.
I think they squeaked out
God.
second place, getting 88, 89 wins. Those absolute bums, but I do think they end up getting there.
They're bums? So without Rodon and without the bullpen that they had last season, right? The Yankees finished in first place last season. The Yankees finished with a record of 99 and 63 without Rodon and a bullpen. You think they're gonna win 89 games next season? You think they're gonna be worse than last year? Really? Come on, guys. I know the Red Sox fans hate the Yankees, but let's be realistic about this. Come on now. Let's be absolutely realistic about this. There's no way the Yankees are winning less than 90 games. There's no way in hell that's happening. I'm sorry. I know you guys hate them. I was at the Bruins game yesterday, right? I didn't record because I wanted to enjoy a game for once, and it was against the Islanders, so you guys already got the Islanders, right? But you guys are chanting Yankees suck? Man, they live in your head rent-free, don't they? The team that sucks right now is you, Red Sox. You suck. If the Mets want to chant Yankees suck, have at it. They're a good team right now. You, on the other hand, you suck. Sorry, that's just how it is at the end of the day.
Some way, somehow. I think behind us, I think the Orioles come in fourth, right around 84, 83
I have
wins.
Baltimore better than
Tampa Bay
you.
Rays
And I have
finished
Tampa Bay
decent
better
with
than you.
80 total wins. So the Red Sox dead in the middle. As for playoffs, I think it's going to be close. I think it's
And
going to
you
be
have
really
them in the
close. The
playoffs.
AL is really strong this year, right? There are a ton
Oh,
of different
that's
options
hilarious.
in terms of wild card spots for the AL in 2023. It's going to be hard for them to get in. Does 87 wins do it? I'm not entirely sure, but because I'm optimistic, because this whole video has been optimistic, I'm going to say they
Highly
squeeze
optimistic.
into that last wild card spot.
Highly
and from there,
optimistic.
who knows, right? It's
You're
playoff
giving them
baseball.
too much
I'm not going
hope.
to predict that they win the World Series or anything, but all I want from the Red Sox this year is to play meaningful games in September and October. I don't really...
They will. They will. You know what I mean? They will play games in October this year. They have a game against Baltimore on October 1st, and that's it. So you're going to get Red Sox October baseball. Don't worry. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. They play Baltimore in October, so you're going to get some Red Sox October baseball. So you're not wrong when you say you're going to you want Red Sox October baseball. You're going to get it. Don't worry. You're going to get it.
Like, I would be super excited about them.
And the
making
meaningful
playoffs,
game might
but
be
if they are
knocking
in
the Baltimore
hunt in
Orioles out
September
of
and
playoff
October,
contention.
We have something to really root for, get nervous about, pay attention to in September. That's going to be enough for me. And I think at the end of the day, in terms of this entire season, it's all going to come down to pitching. Now, I've said a couple
Which you
of
don't
times
have a
I'm
good
optimistic
starting
about this
rotation
team, and I'm optimistic
outside of
about
Chris
the
Sale if
pitching
he's
staff. I
healthy.
think they do end up putting it together, and I think they are fairly solid this year. But that could obviously go in the complete opposite direction. One or two injuries to this pitching staff could really derail the entire season, so it's not crazy to say that the Red Sox end up kind of where they were last year, especially if that rotation doesn't do well. If you're more of a pessimist, I could totally see that being your sort of idea as to what the Red Sox season looks like. And again, that's totally
I'm not
fair.
a
It's just
pessimist. I'm
depending
being
on whether you're
completely
looking
honest
at the
about the
glass half full
situation.
or half empty, and I'm sure a lot
Your
of you
roster has
disagree
gotten
with me right
worse
now.
from
So,
last year.
let me know in the
You
comment
lost
section
more
down
talent than you
below,
gained
what
talent.
part of this prediction video did you not agree with? My assumption is it's going to be the record, but is it awards? Is it most improved? Is it anything on this list? What do you think the Red Sox...
The biggest one for me was the record. The other ones, we can have a debate on it, like Devers being in the conversation for MVP. I think that's a solid take, but I think you saying that Devers is going to be runner-up MVP next season is crazy. I think that's crazy talk. 3 All-Stars, I think that's a crazy prediction too. Devers is obvious. If you want to argue with me that Verdugo might be playing himself in an All-Star spot, I would actually agree with you with that. I would say that he has the potential to become an All-Star next season. But at the end of the day, I think the Red Sox only have 1 All-Star on this team. I really liked your Tanner Houck take. I really did like that take. However, the only thing I will say about that is I would love for him to be a starter, not in the bullpen. I'm not the manager at the end of the day. So that's going to do it for this video. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. Links in the description down below. It's been your boy Jesse, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys. This dude really said the Yankees are going to finish 89 and 73, and the Red Sox are going to finish 87 and 75. That's ridiculous.